Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fella channel. For today's video I thought I'd show, thought I'd show 5 to 6 books, mainly about the Eastern Front during World War II. So you're looking at, between Germany and Russia, and the battle that went on in the Eastern Front, and how pretty much Germany became unstuck there. So let's get going. First of all, we've got the Death March Through Russia, and that's by Klaus Willmann. You'll notice on quite a few of these books it involves a long march or a long walk, because obviously there's a vast distance between Germany of World War II and Russia, because most of the fighting took part on the way towards Stalingrad, and in between. So you're covering huge distances, and yes, there were many German tanks that were used and vehicles to transport troops, but actually the German army wasn't that. It didn't have an awful lot of transport or military transport during World War II, and it's often there's lots of emphasis on German tanks and the blitzkrieg and getting across Russia as quick as possible. But Germany wasn't actually a very mechanized country in World War II, despite what you might read in other places. But yeah, this is written by Klaus Willmann, The Death March Through Russia. And it's basically the story of German soldiers being held in Soviet prison camps and then being forced to march back when they'd been given up. The next one is Red Star at War, Victory at All Costs, written by Colin Turbot. Now, Colin Turbot, I've reviewed a couple of his books before, and he's very pro-Russia, and in that he very much believes in the people, and looks at the people of Russia rather than the situation going on around and all the military leaders and those in political power in Russia. He very much concentrates on the everyday man and lady on the street. And this is an excellent book, especially for the pictures in it. And you'll probably find most of the pictures in the book belong to him. So that's an excellent book, that one. That's Red Star at War, Victory at All Costs by Colin Turbot. And that's published by Pen and Sword Books. The first one, The Death March Through Russia, was published by Greenhill Books. And then the next three are of a similar sort of theme or nature. This is Marching from Defeat, written by Klaus Neuber, surviving the collapse of the German army in the Soviet Union, 1944. And it's basically when it was kind of the end for Germany, and the German troops had got so far, and Hitler had no other plans, but it was just trying to push them as far as they could go. But this is when finally their luck ran out, and these poor German soldiers were having to walk all the way back home in not very nice conditions at all, because as we know, there was lots of cold and snow and really harsh conditions. This is the second one of the three, In the Hell of the Eastern Front, the fate of a young soldier during the fighting in Russia in World War II. That's by Arno Sauer. This book's published by Frontline Books, and it's about the recollections of just the fighting in Russia and what went on. This one, yeah, this is a German one, obviously a young German soldier, and it tells you all about the fighting and the conditions, and not just the conditions they were having to live in, but the conditions of all the equipment and the firearms they were being given to use, which weren't they weren't top grade or in excellent condition. The next one is actually from the other side. It's The Red Road from Stalingrad, Recollections of a Soviet Infantryman by Mansur Abdullin. I apologise for any of the pronunciations of the names, but that's another pen and sword book. And really it's an interesting book by a young man, but it tells you the life and the hardship of serving in the Russian army during World War II. And then the last book on the Eastern Front I've got is Stalingrad City on Fire, written by Alexei Izyev, and that's more of it's like a comprehensive overall guide to what happened in Stalingrad from about I think it's 42 to 44 maybe. It says on the back, graphic fresh account of the Stalingrad battle based on previously unpublished records from Soviet archives. Questions familiar assumptions about the conduct of the battle, including the use of tanks and the strength of the 6th Army immediately before it surrendered. A broad overall overview of the battle combined with detailed close-ups illustrating the experience of the fighting. This is an excellent book, very detailed, some brilliant pictures in it, and it's certainly worth a read. And that's published by Pen and Sword Books, so that's well worth trying to get hold of a copy. So that's the video for today. I thought I'd have a quick look at the Eastern Front. So thanks very much for watching. If you've got any books that you've read on the Eastern Front, let me know in the comments down below this video, and it'd be good to look some of them up. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Thank you.